Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's hump day and it's happy hour. So let's come into the lounge, guys, and we got a lot to talk about. It's a lot going on in the world. All right. Um, what tonight is Miami premieres tonight. I am excited to watch. Um, Dr. Nicole was my favorite on the show. She is not back. However, we do get to meet Anthony's ex, although Nicole makes an appearance. So I am super, super excited for that. But come on in, folks. I'm taking over for a little bit, You know, we were supposed to be on a little bit earlier, so I'm helping out. But thank you, love, love, love. Come on in, come on in. You know it's happy hour. I didn't even get to pour my little drinky drink. But we got plenty to talk about. I'm excited, like I said, for Miami to premiere tonight. So that's another reason, Chase, trying to start right close to time, so we can actually catch Miami tonight. Chase behaves when Tori isn't on a panel. Don't do that. Why you starting stuff, love, love, love? Why are you starting that? Don't do that. We've been all last week we was tussling. We definitely was tussling over the Monique stuff. Don't do that. Um, but Chase will be here shortly when he can. But like I said, a lot of stuff going on in the Bravo universe. A lot less than last week, we'll say. It's not as dramatic. But we did also see Monique on Potomac. If you have not checked it out yet, check out No Chaser TV on Instagram, TikTok, Threads, YouTube. We're all there, and Facebook. Let's not forget Facebook. And you'll see all of the day-to-day daily tea of everything that's happening in pop culture, Bravo, and Housewives. So while we waiting for people to come in, I'm Tori B. Chase will be here shortly, but until then, we gonna chat and we might tussle. Let's see which one it is. Let's see which one it is. Love, love, love. Why you say that? He was behaving last night with Chad. Chase liked to fight with me. That's his thing. That's always been his MO. So why you said that? Come on in. Um, the first thing we're gonna chat about, and this is new to me. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try something. Um, Today, Kim Zolciak of Real Housewives of Atlanta was in the news. And I mean, honestly, not love, love, love saying I trigger him. Stop it. Kim is in the news because not only is her daughter on Next Gen on Bravo, so her youngest daughter is on that show with Riley and Mark. And Meredith Marks' son. I forgot his first name, but um, they're all on the show together, and a couple of other housewives' children are on the show. And Kim's youngest child filmed the scene where she was like, basically her mom is always asking for money. Brooks, that's his name. Thank you. Brooks Marks. Hey, y'all. And Ariana basically stated that her mother asked her for money. And so that was last week. So we learned that last week. This week, at the moment, it has come to our attention. I'm trying to bring it out nice and easy. Unfortunately, unfortunately, Kim's father is suing her allegedly because he loaned her 100K allegedly, right? And as we already know, Kim and Kroy are divorcing. Not only are they divorcing, but they're in financial ruins, allegedly because Kim has a gambling problem and spends an exorbitant amount of money. Um, spending a lot of money on various things, the bags, the wigs, on top of the fact that they have what, like 4 kids together. They have the twins and the 2 boys, and then Kim has 2 daughters, 2 older daughters from previous relationships. And I just don't believe that Kim ever cut back once, Tardy for the Party went off the air. And when you don't have, the means to take care of your bills and so on and so forth, you would think somebody would cut back on their expenses. She did not cut back on her expenses, and now we're here again. Kroy has alleged that Kim has a gambling problem, allegedly. And it's just very unfortunate. Apparently, she asked her dad for a loan. Allegedly, he's saying it's 100K. And now he is suing her. Allegedly, he took this money from his retirement and gave it to her. And once he gave it to her, she hasn't repaid or heard from her. So that's what's happening with Kim right now. What do y'all think? Do y'all really believe that the father is owed money that she allegedly borrowed from him? I mean, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This is not far fetched. If what the father is alleging, and she owes him money, I do tend to believe her father. Honestly, if Ariana, I would still believe it even if Ariana didn't spill to us that she asks her for money, because again, we know that there was so much news about their divorce and how messy it had become, and how many times the cops had to come out there, um, and them going back and forth. There's video cam footage of them going back and forth and arguing and alleging that each other took each other's property and all of that stuff, right? So her owing her father money isn't a far-fetched thing, especially after Ariana told us last week that her mother asked for her money. She her She's alleging that Kroy and Kim both spent whatever money she did make from reality television for the fact that she appeared on Real Housewives of Atlanta and Tardy for the Party since she was a very young child, and she didn't know that she had no money and that they spent it. She had even came out and said, "Hey, it wasn't just my mom. It was Kroy too." And I'm just like, damn, this is just sad. Um, hey, Miss Sharnita. Hi, Sean. Hi, Miss Finesse. Um, yes, and love, love, love. You bring up a very good point. Um, Kim and her parents became estranged after her wedding. We watched that on the show. And it was because she didn't want them to go in a house or something of that nature. Guys, remind me, but I believe that was the reason. And it was like, why don't you want your parents to go in a house? They're your parents during her wedding. So that caused a big rift, and they became estranged. Kroy's family did not particularly care for Kim, and he became estranged from them. So this is why these two are miserable together, because they had no life outside of each other. Let's be very clear. So I don't know, love. I'm going to be honest with you. Even if you're estranged from your relatives and let's say your parents, and you have 4 small kids, and your house is on the brink of foreclosure, or your child reaches out to you in desperate times and said, "Hey, I can't lose my house. Can I borrow money?" and yada yada yada. What are you going to do? Because Kim's daughter also said that, what am I going to do? My mother is going through a divorce and she has 4 young kids. I mean, honestly, let's be real here. I don't understand how you could give somebody $100,000 loan when you know that. I don't know of Kim of having any jobs other than in the beginning of early seasons of Real Housewives of Atlanta. All we know is Big Papa. Well, maybe she could hook up with Big Papa again. Maybe he finally got that divorce. I don't know. But how you let her borrow $100K and they have no means to make that type of income, I don't know. So, yes, Kroy's family clocked him a mile away. You're absolutely right. But he fell hard. He knocked her up a lot and catered to her every whim, right? Like, he drove her everywhere. I agree, Sean. I mentioned that she allegedly has a gambling problem. She allegedly has a gambling problem. I'm not gonna. I saw a lot of scratch offs on the Tardy for the Party show. So yes, that's very unfortunate. I don't know, guys. This is really sad. Like, but what I will say is, Kim does have a plan to come back to reality television, but on a whole different network, on a different show. It's not going to be Housewives. It was announced that she and her eldest daughter, Brielle, will be on a spinoff of Botch, and they will try to fix some of what they overdid. So I wonder what Kim is going to go on there and get fixed. Let me find out the name of the spinoff, but like I wonder if let me be very clear. When Botched first came on television, I loved it. Like, I loved it. I like to see people get fixed, right? Like, some people just go to the wrong surgeon. It's not always celebrities. Sometimes they would, or like famous people who really overdid like they breasts and weird stuff like that. But um this is very interesting because it's going to be a whole bunch of different reality stars that are on that show. But like I said, I'm mentioning it only because Kim and her eldest daughter will be on the show. So it looks like Brielle is gonna really try to fix, I don't know, them lips, them fillers. I don't know what Kim is gonna get. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Kim kind of look good. So I wonder what she's trying to get fixed as well. What do y'all think? What do y'all think when she go on this bot show? What body part do y'all think is gonna get fixed in this botch series? I feel like with Brielle, they're probably gonna take out her filler or something. But Kim, I don't know. She actually looks good on the actual poster. I mean, the post for it. She doesn't look bad. And Kim is pretty snatched. Kim is a lot more snatched than she used to be, I would say. She's skinnier. But then again, homegirl is stretched. She is stressed out. You ain't got no home. I'll come back to that. You supposed to be getting evicted out your house. So she must be stressed. Kroy stressing her, them kids stressing her. I don't know, but she's skinny. So the show is called, and it will be on E. It's called Botch Presents Plastic Surgery Rewind. The show, all right, here's the description. The new series follows 9 celebrities and social influencers through a transformative journey of self-discovery at the Rewind Retreat. Oh, so they're going to a retreat. Oh man, this is gonna be funny. I'm gonna watch this one. Okay. The retreat part I kind of like. I didn't know this much detail. Um so self-discovery at the Rewind Retreat as they decide whether to reverse previous plastic surgeries and return to a more natural look. I like this premise. I don't All right, so this is my thing. Um I do like Terry, but I also like Adrian's ex-husband too. I forgot his name. Is it Paul? Paul. That's his name. That's the name. So I do, but I like Paul more than I like Terry for some reason. I don't know. I think it's his surgeries. I like how he conducts his surgeries, and I like that he really like, to me, he cares a little bit more about his patients. Like really consults them and be like, listen, like this is really bad. I like when they consult together too. I think it's funny. I don't know who's gonna be on the show. It doesn't really say. It just says that they're gonna be at a retreat. Um, and they decide whether to reverse previous plastic surgeries and return to a more natural look. So I like that. I think at the retreat you should have a therapist, because I think some of these heifers is wackadoos. They're a little okay. So besides Kim, right, Auntie, you do like Paul better, right? That's what I said. I mean, I like Tyree, but I like Paul better. Yeah. Not Miss Finesse saying so like marriage boot camp for plastic surgery. That's exactly the premise, though. But I would think that they would have somebody that gives them a little bit of therapy, because some of them do need help. I think they went really far with the surgeries, and it was a little bit excessive, and it's like, why? So besides Ariana and Kim, it's gonna be Aubrey O'Day, Jessica Dime, Larissa Santos Lima. Um, I don't know who the last lady is, but Aubrey definitely needed to be on this show, because she has a warped reality about how she looks, and I just feel like Aubrey messed herself up. Um, Jessica, I don't know, she probably got something with her booty, right? Like maybe she should take it down a little bit. Maybe something's going a little awry with that. I don't know. But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Would y'all watch that? I'm curious to see how this would find out, how this would come out. I mean, I'm here for watching Aubrey, and this is the only show I want Kim on. Maybe the show will help Kim come back to reality, because she has a very false sense of reality. Okay, we saw that when she was on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, she thought she was bigger than the program. No, chick, this is Nene's show. But anyway, I digress. Jessica does fillers in her butt. Yeah, I figured. Everyone wants to look refreshed now instead of pinched and pulled. I don't know. Yeah, I agree about Kim too. Like Kim has a false sense of reality. Like, With that said, oh, he made sure to put that allegedly up. I was saying it all throughout, baby. I got you. Um, I want to see. Y'all gotta. I've never done this. Chase usually does this, so I'm gonna try to pull something up because we got more Kim Zolciak news. Okay, more Kim Zolciak. Let me see if I can share my screen. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna be able. Okay. Um. Oh, I can't do it. Let's see. All right. I can't do it, y'all. Sorry. If I had two screens, I would be able to do. Oh, can I? Oh, maybe I can. I figured it out. Maybe I figured it out. Can y'all see this? Here's the news, y'all. Can y'all see it? Let me know if y'all can see it. Can y'all see the screen? I don't know. I can't see. Oh, present. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to look. It's saying it's presenting. You can't see? Okay. I'm trying. Let's see. No. There you go. Oh,
Girl,
thank
what you up here trying to do? What you up here trying to do?
Oh, that's what I was trying to do.
Oh my God, honey.
I'm doing it without a tutorial. So please stop. You gotta give me credit, child.
What was you trying to do?
It wouldn't let me do it on my end on my computer.
Girl. Go ahead, run your show, girl. Run your show. What you doing? Let me see what you're doing. Hey, everybody. What you doing, Tori B? Keep going.
Yes. So here's the latest news with Kim and Kroy. Allegedly, they were kicked out of their house by the U.S. Marshals.
Ooh!
That was as of today at.
Well, no, it happened in April, right? Just read the article, Diva.
All right, let me read the article.
Read the
Okay, Kim Zolciak and Kroy Biermann's home got a visit from U.S. Marshals back in April, and the agents told the occupants to hit the road, finally ending the drama with their residents. According to legal documents, 4 deputy marshals showed up to Kim and Kroy's house on April 8th to kick everyone out still living in the house. The intervention lasted from 3:30 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. according to the docs, and the box marked ejected was checked. So it sounds like someone got the boot. Worth noting, Kim and Kroy's names are both still attached to the house, and the papers don't clarify who was tossed from the pad. We've reached out for more info on the exact events. So far, no word back.
That's all we're gonna read for that. First of all, I want to thank Tori B. Thank you so much for holding it down. Yes, she did save my butt. Yes, she did give y'all some show. So y'all give Tori B a round of applause. Y'all send a super chat to tell Tori super thanks. And I do appreciate her for being here and holding it down while I was not able to. And so with that being said, I'm going to continue to let her run her show. So did you want to go ahead and get in on it first, or you want me to get in how you want to? How you
No, go
want?
ahead, child. I've been talking for a while. Go ahead.
Yes, you have. You've been talking for too long. And love, love, love. Stop trying to cause division before I take that wrench. Mother knows everything. She sees everything. Just know that. With that being okay. And I behave when I feel like. Now you see, you dog gonna come in and get cranked up on Tori B, and I'm getting cranked up on who? You. With that being said, you guys, y'all know, everything is my opinion. It is alleged. I have no facts, so I want to start with that. But y'all know, Kim, cocaine snorting ass is. Let me stop.
I didn't think you was gonna go there.
I don't know what she owns. She got something going on. I don't have no facts, but if I had to choose a side, I'd side with the father. If you're taking money from the daughter, then you are probably taking money from the father. And I think it is interesting considering how we see how she's treated them in the past, and how she did her mom and wouldn't let her mom come inside to use the bathroom. She treated her mom like her children need to treat her. Get into that. She treated her mama like it wasn't that. And this, I hate to say this about Kroy, but that's what happened when you're a virgin and you get to fucking on some cool. I don't know if he was no virgin.
What you had on the way to the computer?
No, I'm just saying to you what I think, like I would always do. I don't know if Kroy is no virgin when he met her. I don't know this, but good Lord. He in that thing shooting up the club, and I can't pay for nobody to get in. Ain't that it?
This is crazy. This is irresponsible on both
But they
sides.
sold the house, so why would the U.S. were they squatting? Like, there's more to that story, Tori B, because they sold the house in February for like $2.5 million, I think. I wonder how much they owed on the house and how much they ended up pocketing, if anything. They stayed in the house. The only people I feel bad for are the children. They had a lot of children. I feel bad for those children. It seems like Kroy wanted to get out that roller coaster ride before he could. And I don't know what the hell Kim got going on, but you know what? I think at this point, I have kicked Kim enough while she is down, and it's time to start lifting that stuff in prayer because, good Lord, I don't wish that on anybody. I hope whatever she's got and struggling with, whatever it is that she's struggling with when it comes to financial literacy, that she gets it. Because I used to struggle with financial literacy as well. But let me tell you something, honey. When I lost my job, okay, it's been almost a year since I bought designer. Oh my God. I'm gonna cry. I love designer. I love designer clothes. I haven't bought anything fabulous because that's where my extra money went to. You see? That's what you damn do. Okay? Especially if you got people helping you the fuck out. If you got people helping you the fuck out and giving you their last, you don't take their last and go spend it on a bunch of bullshit. You go spend it on what you said you were going to spend it on. And you keep in contact with them people until you can pay it back. Okay? Hey, listen, didn't work out this time, but I got you. Here's a little something on it. Here's $10K on the 100,000. I know I said I was going to give you 100. It didn't work out, but I got $10K for you. She's booked shows since then.
Too busy.
Now, Kim get on my motherfucking nerve. Let me tell you something. I don't even want to talk about her ass no more. You want to know why? Because this is a bunch of bullshit. Her daughter, Ariana, I'm so proud of her. I watched that show. I'm so proud of her for not falling into her mother's footsteps and traps and all of those things. Like, I was proud of the way she stood up to that Charlie last night. I'm proud of the way that she speaks up for herself. I'm proud for her, you know what I'm saying, just not allowing herself to let that situation dictate the rest of her life. Kudos to you. And to be so young to have to learn that lesson at that age, kudos to her. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't want to talk about weird. I don't want to talk about weird Junior. Where's the Grammy? Where's the Grammys, Ryan? That's my little brother. Excuse me, Clinton, my brother. Where's the Grammys? I don't know. I ain't singing. Get your. I'm gonna tell Mom on you. Anyway.
Oh, okay.
We're not talking about weird Junior.
Yeah, he talking about Kim.
Oh, sorry, Ryan.
Hey, he talking about Kim. He said, I thought Dallas Austin was her producer. He
My
said,
father
"So
has
where
been
the
watching the
Grammys?"
Housewives since then. No, that didn't work out. That didn't work
It's
out.
because enough. Whoa!
We got 15 seasons to catch you up on. Oh
Yeah,
Lord, I really watch this, but
who
that's
was
how
giving
big
her
those show
Grammy
was.
sounding like that?
There's a gyro between me and you, and what I don't know. That was a bop.
Ooh, I'm
She messed
good.
that up too. Yeah, but and then where's the Grammys? But when you do get a hit, see, this is how God treats you when you right. This is how God show you the lesson. And I've had to learn this lesson. I've learned y'all. When I get me some more money for real, I'm not going to do it how I did it the last time. I'm really not. I have learned my lesson. I have been humble. He giveth and he taketh away, right?
You got to be gracious and
But
grateful.
he took away, for me personally, he took away me having access to money to be irresponsible, and he gave me something every day I have to be responsible for, which is no Chaser TV. Ooh,
Won't he do it?
ain't that it? Because listen, I would have never thought about blogging. I would have never, and that was an accident, but I never would have continued to do that had I had access to the things that I used to. You know what I mean? Before that responsibility entered my life. So I do thank God for that. But I learned my lesson, Jesus. I know you hear me. I've learned it. But when you get a blessing like tardy for the party was a blessing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying to you? How you treat people when you get that blessing dictates whether you have more of the same.
That's why Candy is blessed and continues to be blessed on her projects. She said, "Yeah, Kim, I ain't gonna fight you for it. Keep your little money. You need it more than I do." She sure do.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I just her poor daddy and mama, because look at you. You treated them like crap at your wedding, and then you go begging for money, and they gave it to you, and you have no way of paying it back. Sad. She don't know what saving money is, unfortunately, allegedly. She spent it on scratch offs.
Even if you don't save your money, I don't. I know a lot of people are into that. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to necessarily say that I'm going to save my money when it comes back. I'll do better by it for sure, and make sure I have more of it, and do things in more moderation as opposed to like always going on a trip, always needing new looks for every trip. Like just things that I used to do, I probably won't do anymore. I'm not going to dictate how people spend their money and how people choose to spend their money, because there are some people who feel like, hey, this world is not promised us. I can pass away tomorrow. Knock on wood. Hopefully not. You know what I mean? But something can happen tomorrow, and I'll go. And where does all that money go? And so I'm going to buy the Chanel today. And I agree. Whatever you do by your money, make sure you do by your money, so you don't have to do by nobody else's.
Yeah.
That's all. I don't give a fuck what she do with the money. I don't know, and I don't know if I feel that she deserves to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. But
Don't come back.
but here's the thing, though. I don't like to see nobody suffer. I don't give a damn who it is. I
Get
know
another.
y'all, but I don't like to see nobody suffer to this degree. This is bad. This is bad.
But here's the thing, it was so many people enabling her.
Yeah.
That's the problem. She needs to go to Gamblers Anonymous and go get some serious help. And Kroy, you had some money from the NFL. You let her run through your money like that. When y'all got all them kids, I would have had a secret bank account and left her. I gotta take care of these kids. You can't let somebody financially ruin you like this when you got mouths to feed. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And TV money don't last forever. That's why when you get it, you do save some of it.
Yeah, you do. And do you know who does a really good job of that?
Cool.
I think as a cast, Married to Medicine has done a great job with that. Either, making the money work for them, or sitting on it for the most part. You know what I mean? Like Dr. Simone has had the same house. You know, like it's just like certain people. Dr. Heavenly has had the same house. They have jobs that if their income left tomorrow, of course you're going to notice a sizable chunk of income, but they'll be financially okay. All of them will be all right. You know. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Read some comments while we get the next story going, if you don't mind. And
Yes.
hey, brother, my brother watched the show. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, I know
Um,
what I wanted to do today. I know what I wanted to do today. Go ahead while I do this.
Auntie says yes, they should have saved that money.
Excuse me.
Miss Finesse said they got a whole spinoff and just squandered all that money. Agreed. Sean, and designer clothes, wine, and cigarettes. Let's be
I
clear,
miss it.
$200 wine.
I miss it. I miss mine. Let me tell you something. Everybody has what they like to spend their money on. What do you like to spend your money on, Tori? Me, for me, it was designer clothes.
Mm, okay, I have
I
a
just love
thing.
designer.
I have a thing for designer glasses. I have a collect.
See? Everybody has their thing. Like I had to tell somebody, it was my cousin, me and her were talking, and she was just like, Chase, da da da. You just have to like, you gotta, you have to like do something about this. You just really love designer and name brand. And I was like, well, first of all, I grew up wearing designer and name brand. Like as a child, I grew up wearing that. When I got started making my own money, that's what I bought with my money. Like that's what I like. Some
Yeah,
people buy video games, some people do this, some people buy makeup. And I tell her, I said, girl, you got a fortune worth of makeup in your closet, in your bathroom or your room. She was like, you're right. So that's what you choose to spend your money on. So don't say that me liking to buy designer clothing is frivolous and all of these things. When I can say the same thing for you and what you choose to spend your money on. What you choose to spend your money on is what you what? Choose to spend your money on. It's your money.
well, she had too many vices because Auntie says season 2, Kim was spending around $20,000 on a wig a year. Jesus Christ. Dolce Delicious said Bravo isn't a charity. Kim is not responsible and doesn't have a good storyline. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
need her
not a
back.
charity. Who said that?
Dolce
Yeah,
Delicious.
that's true. I just that's the kind of person I am, y'all. I be feeling bad. I'm sorry. Do I think that she deserves to be on the Housewives? No, not based off of what we've gotten in the past. Unless she's going to be fully dialed in. I don't really think even when she was dialed in, I I don't think she was all the 100. I think we got 80. I think first season we may have gotten 100% of Kim, but after that,
That's where her false sense of reality comes from. She thinks she's a celebrity in her mind. Like, yeah, you're the Z
what's wrong
list.
with a celebrity?
She's a Z list. There's
What's
levels.
wrong with that? I'm not.
All right. You're
What's wrong with thinking
only
that you are that bitch?
you're I get that, but you're only as famous as you can stay relevant. And to me, she's not relevant. So she's not that famous. Relevancy matters. That's why people try to pop out on stuff or try to reinvent themselves. So
All right, you guys. Yesterday we had a BET Awards recap with me and Chad, and it went well. I loved it. I enjoyed talking about something other than these housewives. What did you think? I saw you pop in for a little bit. Did you enjoy the discussion?
yes, but you know what? Honestly, BET is usually not a good representation of good fashion choices.
Oh no, we talking about the show that we did yesterday.
Oh no,
We
no,
not,
y'all good. Y'all good. I enjoyed it. Chad is
oh,
hilarious.
yeah, he was.
So
Last night. I thought he did really good.
yeah, so that isn't the thing. The thing is, it
Oh,
was
we were
probably
trying to do
way more
more rating.
late. It
Yeah,
was way more lates than eights.
yeah, it was. It was. And what happened was we did of course, the celebrities yesterday, and now we're going to do the reality celebrities today. I didn't want to mix the two, right? So we're
Okay.
going to do the reality celebrities today and what they chose to wear to the red carpet. This is 8 or late. Ooh, 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 ooh. 8 or late. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let me go pull up somebody and see if y'all think they 8 or late. Um, so we had the Brat and her sister Lisa Ray. You know, the Brat is of the Brat and Judy, famous rapper, and it was good to see these two together. If y'all know y'all history, the Brat and Lisa Ray are sisters, and on Cocktails with Queens, Lisa Ray went off on the Brat for not hearing from her. So it was good to see them on the red carpet. What did you think about their look? Was it an 8 or a late for you?
It's a late, and I expect this from Brad. But Lisa, I don't like that outfit on you. It's ill fitting and not becoming for her. Sorry.
I just, Brett, like she gonna go just get behind about it. I don't know what's going on. The people in the chat says late, honey.
Yeah, it's late for both of them.
I just don't understand it, girl. What the people got going on to the thing.
She didn't need that thing on top of her stomach like that. It don't look right. And it's ill fitting. And if she's gonna do that skirt, just make it high waisted and get rid of that other thing over top her stomach. I think that's horrible.
Okay, let's move forward. We have Juicidora.
you
They're friend to
you
the
was
show.
doing good. You was doing good for a while, child, but this right here is late for me. I don't like the hair. I don't like it. Looks better when she's moving in the dress. I'll give her that. But like just standing there, no.
Oh, that was a good thing. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, it looks
Um,
better
no, no,
like
no,
when
no,
she
no, no,
had
no.
it.
I'm referring to
Oh,
Miss Finesse. I forgot that the Brat was the one who carried the baby and she's postpartum. I don't feel comfortable. I don't think Brad is comfortable with her body postpartum. Um, you know, okay, yeah, I didn't think about that. Thank you.
yeah,
I would just say this: there's ways that she could have chose something else. I don't even know how to put it. She could chose something else, and so I won't. I'm never going to critique. I never critique women. You don't ever hear me talking about. Do I ever come up here and talk about women's bodies and stuff like that? I never do that. Make it a conscious effort not to do that because I'm a man. Why would I do that? You know what I mean?
yeah.
I never do that. And I would never do that. But postpartum or not, find something else to wear. Um,
I like Drew's shoes though.
Drew like a bunch of bullshit on her clothes.
I don't like it. I don't. It just looks better moving to me. And there's a video. It looks better when she's walking in it, but it don't look right. Like it don't look good in photos. It
I
don't
didn't
focus.
have to keep going like this all night to see the show.
That's the shit her and Kelly do. Kelly likes stuff like that.
Yeah, like some accoutrement.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
She's a friend to the show. We love you. Like, I'm not gonna let y'all ruin my career, so we will not be posting pictures of some people because y'all don't have no filter. I actually like Brittany Renner what she did with her job and everything. Like I liked it, so I don't know.
I'm not mad at it either. And I think because it's part of her religious beliefs, I'm not gonna judge it.
Hmm. But I think it was a concerted effort too.
Yeah,
You know,
she gave a pattern.
like
I
she
get it.
tried. Yeah,
Yeah.
gonna give me motherfucking cancer. Y'all got life messed up. Y'all don't know what to say. I chime off on this show at all. Shamia Morton, 8 or late.
Late.
Oh, really?
Shamia has a tendency to like overdo it. This dress is not it for me. It's too busy. And she got the thing, the thing on her arms. It's just too much. I don't know what to look at. My eyes don't know what to like focus on because there's so much going on. Yeah, it looks tacky. Yeah, that's how
That's
I.
the best I've seen Shamia look in a long time. So I would say 8. That's controversial.
Oh my god. Well, okay. Dolce says tacky. Um, Miss Finesse says she's always late. Darga says giving LaBelle mid-70s.
I love LaBelle. Who said that, Durga?
Yes.
What you know about LaBelle? She does not like voulez-vous coucher. You better stop it.
Sleeves. Yes, I don't like the sleeves. Somebody said too much forehead.
That's not a critique. Claudia Jordan.
I like. I don't know if I like the hair with the dress, but
You
I'm
don't
not
get
mad at it.
here. It's a late for me.
I like.
It's a late for
She
me.
did something else with her hair though.
It's late for me.
Okay.
Spice.
Now Spice. It looks like Transformer. I don't know. It's giving. It's a lot going on. If Shamia is busy, this is chaotic. But she did walk the carpet along with Swanky. I love Swanky. If you watch, what is it, Young, Rich, and African?
I tried to, but those wigs were so bad that first season.
I like. Sean said late. The Wiz. Yes, right, Dolce. I love Swanky. That's my guy.
Swanky. Is that how you say it?
That's how you say. You gotta say it like the Swanky.
Okay, that's cute.
Yes.
All right. Well, this is who she looked like to me in her outfit, and then y'all tell me what y'all think about it. I don't know if y'all know who this is. Might be boy coded, because I'm a boy. I pray I can get it up. If I can get it up.
Darga Dag. She said this Durga said the Betty Boop hair.
Durga, you a tough critic, huh? Not on my watch. That's what Durga be acting like.
Just be happy she didn't wear blue hair because she usually do blue hair. But I guess that was a lot what she had on, and it's purple. It's purple. So I guess she didn't opt for blue hair, but she usually does blue hair.
So her favorite color is blue. Spice is always wearing blue. That's her color or something?
Yeah, that's her favorite color. I mean, blue is my favorite color too, but I ain't dripped in it.
Okay, well, I wonder why. Okay, I see it's on here.
Boo boo be doo boo. Y'all play too much. Yes. You never watch Young, Famous, and African?
I tried.
Yeah. The following seasons are good.
Okay, I tried. I just couldn't get into it.
I liked it. It's definitely drama.
Oh yeah. I heard about Annie.
Yeah, she bounced back. Shout out to Annie. Oh my god, because they was talking about amputating her leg allegedly. Because I don't.
The man was cheating on her.
Yeah, and he was cheating on her allegedly while she was in the hospital. Oh, and she claimed, she said she was pregnant and lost the baby. Listen, allegedly, it's just like it was a lot. But then you know what? You listen to that man, Tu Baba talk, and Tu Baba ain't shit, and that ain't alleged. He ain't shit.
In your opinion, he ain't shit.
In my opinion, he ain't shit.
You don't speak for me. I know. I ain't never heard of.
All right, the lounge. Do y'all agree that Tu Baba ain't shit? From my opinion. Yeah, Annie was going through it, child. She rose because I had got some type of promo of her doing something at some new opening of a hotel, and she looked gorgeous. I was like, she got rid of that man. Cause I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Last season, she looked like, and the way she was acting, it was like she was going through it. Now we know. Now we know why. His
Trying to
mother
say
was mad too.
something. I don't
Love,
know
love,
why
love
he.
said he ain't shit. Yes.
Well, I can't pull it up that way, so I'll pull it up this way. But y'all gonna see what the hell I was talking about.
Sean, you watch that? He had about 4 kids on her. Yes, he ain't shit. Yes.
Why she didn't leave?
He got with her when she was very young and impressionable, and like she made him her life, and he just was so like disrespectful and talking crazy about for infidelity. Oh no, no, yeah, she do look like that. That's
She like
exactly
Mega
what she.
Man. Y'all know who Mega Man is? That's that two boy for you.
Yes, allegedly. I ain't gonna say that love, 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 because then Chaser have a heart attack.
Yeah,
So
delete that.
she
You got
wrote
a rest.
allegedly. No, she wrote allegedly. She wrote
I don't give a
allegedly.
damn what to get it out there.
Yeah, I didn't say that. That's the reason why I ain't say it. But yeah, I heard
Anywho,
that.
this what she like to be, Mega Man. Sitting up there with them shoulders like that. Oh God, honey.
Yeah, I'm good on it. Okay, Spice. But then again, that could be part of her culture. So I'll leave it alone. I ain't even gonna say nothing.
If her coach is the like Mega Man,
Chase.
now y'all not gonna get up here and act like that now. Like, I ain't saying nothing about the culture. See, that's the problem. Everybody looking to make something out of nothing. It's never the
Yes.
culture. Did it?
No.
Okay, thank you. Um, what are we gonna talk about next?
Oh, I thought you had another picture.
No, we're not gonna show those pictures.
Durga's coming for you. Wait, but Betty Boop makes me a tough critic.
No, you tough on everybody, Durga. Stop it. Durga, act like Durga, you know you tough. Stop it.
Y'all
But what I
drinking
say,
while watching? I couldn't drink. Y'all
I'm,
ain't gonna have me. Y'all ain't
I'm
gonna
drinking
have
my favorite drink.
icy.
I don't eat ice cream, so I love ices. I love Coke, frozen Coke, cherry ices. It used to be cherry, and then if I had to, I'd do a frozen Coke, but frozen Coke is taking over. Frozen Coke, well, number one, actually, no. Wow, I can't believe this. So for a while, well, I love Baja Blast Freeze from Taco Bell. I love that. So Baja Blast Freeze, right? But now it is frozen Coke, Baja Blast, and then what do you call it? And then cherry. Yes.
I usually I usually put cherry and blue raspberry and mix them together.
I don't like why y'all be doing that.
I like it. And
Weirdos.
and the 7-Elevens by me have
Weirdos.
pina colada ones.
Hmm. But if you guys love me, first of all, if you love me, just send me the BravoCon. That's the first thing. If y'all love No Chaser TV, y'all will send us the BravoCon. Okay. And then if you love me, this is just the ways to get the things that I love. BravoCon, no, we need to be the BravoCon. We need to be out there. So y'all do your big one. Get us out there. This is a labor of love from all of the people. You know, No Chaser TV has we really have shown that we're not just any old blog. You know what I mean? Or any old YouTube channel. We get out there and we work. Do I not? And do we not, Tori B?
Yup.
we're in the field. And so what better way to be in the field than to go to BravoCon? So if you guys would like, please send us to BravoCon. That would be greatly appreciated. I also love frozen icy anything. I love that. So that's like two things that I love.
What? Miss Vanessa, VIP BravoCon tickets are $1,600.
And again, if you guys love No Chaser TV, you will send us the only way that we like to go, which is what? VIP. And you will see a visual representation of your money being spent, unlike Kim Zolciak.
I wanted to ask you, I know fans were shocked when they found out that y'all filmed the reunion without Kenya and Britt. What was it like not having them in the room?
Honestly, I felt like the room wasn't as complete as it should have been. I really wish that Kenya would have been there to, just kind of give her spiel and her side of the story. I wish Britt was there to just kind of be accountable for her actions. So, yeah.
So you said Britt be accountable for her actions. What do you mean by that?
I think you guys just definitely have to tune in. I think people will see in those last few episodes of probably why she didn't attend the reunion.
Okay, so Kenya made it clear she did want to be there at the reunion, and she felt like she should have been. Do you think that she deserves a seat there? I mean, do you feel like she deserves to be back on the show,
Absolutely. I mean, I definitely feel like Kenya, definitely, she's an OG. She definitely has put in the work to, bring the fans exactly what they wanted and what they're looking for. So I hate that she wasn't there, but I would love to see her back, hopefully for a savory 17.
I love it. I mean, were you surprised to hear that Britt is suing Bravo? I mean, whoa, that made complete headlines last week.
Yeah, I definitely can't speak on that, but I mean, it's very clear that some of us might need a little help with paying some bills, so who knows?
Oh, okay, so do you think it was like maybe a money grab type of situation? Like,
I think we're all thinking the same thing.
I see y'all comments. Thank you so much. If you hit the numbers, you're going to thank you so much. Housewives from a Housewife is in the building. Oh, okay, Stone Cold Steve Austin, cracking open a brewski. That'll be Stone Cold Steve Tori over there, Tori B. But hey, y'all, everybody in the room, I appreciate it. Kelly was interviewed by TMZ. Kelly said she ain't going for that lawsuit, y'all. Has anybody's mind changed on the lawsuit? Where are we at it now, days removed? Listen, y'all know how I am. I root for the girls. I root for everybody black.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Bravo got what they paid for. Right? Like, I feel like you should have cut ties with Britt when she made those threats. Then you wouldn't be dealing with this.
Absolutely. I've always said that had she been let go in Bankhead, if y'all let her do the Bankhead bounce, now look. I mean, regardless, either way it goes, no matter if they let her go in Bankhead, if they let her go after the season, if they let her do 2 seasons, 3 seasons, no matter when she left, whatever, I have just feel in my heart, I feel like she was going to sue. I do.
What?
I feel in my heart, in my opinion, that she would have sued regardless to whenever she quit or got let go. It does not matter when. I feel that this is my opinion. This is not any facts. I don't know anything. I just feel that she was going to do what she ended up doing. So there's that. I think that, listen, when you recognize or you feel that you've been wronged, this is what happens, right? I don't know. That's going to be a fight. I don't know whether or not Bravo's going to drag this one out and make her exhaust every resource. I do believe I read that in the documents that she's requesting to cover the attorney fees. So I don't know where we go from here. But Kelly's not buying it, and I don't know. Based on how she has a case, hey, passionate Paulie, Passion Polly says, hello, everyone. Hey, Passion Polly. Listen, I do think that if see, here's where I'm confused, right? Because if the contract says we have the right to manipulate and edit the footage, edit it out of sequence, show it in the order of events that goes according to what we want it to be, you have no control, no say so. If there are morality clauses in the contract and they paid you out per the agreement in the terms of the contract that you signed, then are you able to sue for the emotional distress that causes you when you agree to the terms upon signing a contract? I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's interesting to see how this works out. In my opinion, I feel like, hey, Art World, in my opinion, I feel like they should just pay her so we can get over this and just move on with our lives. Give her something, settle, and let's just move forward. Go ahead. It's cheaper to keep, it's just give her the money, give her something, and just let's move forward. For what it's worth, there's a lot of discussion about ratings on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. For me, I don't give a damn what the ratings say. Ratings does not have any indicator on how good a season is to you. And I want people to get back into that, right? That's like saying, this song is number 1 on the charts. Do you like it though? Oh, I like it because it's number 1 on the charts. No. Do you like it because you like the song? Damn them charts. Do you like watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and they're number 1 and they have high ratings because you enjoy what you watch? Or do you like it because it's the number 1 show on Bravo? And some people's personality is set up to where they like whatever's popping, but they don't like actually take into consideration the content of what they're watching. And for me, I don't give a damn if 2 people watch the show live on Sunday night. I have enjoyed this season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta more than I have enjoyed 14 and 15. For me, for Chase. Chase enjoyed what he saw this season. There, of course, were moments that I felt that could have been better, moments that, all of these kind of things, all of that. I get that. There are moments where there's ups and downs, but thoroughly, I have enjoyed what I've seen. I do hate that we couldn't get the whole cast intact together for the season, but it just was not meant to be. So, but for me, I've enjoyed it. So I don't give a damn what the ratings say. Have you enjoyed this season?
I've had moments where I didn't. It's not a horrible season.
Is it? But then, Marlo is in the press saying, look at the ratings. Baby, 14 and 15 were so fucking bad.
She's a hater, though. I don't go by anything Marlo says.
Oh, God. Okay. So you feel like she's coming from outside the club.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Marlo. Marlo is a hater. If they gave her another chance to be on the show, she would take it in a heartbeat. So she ain't fooling nobody. She's another one still chasing relevancy. So she's not credible. What I will say is I don't like the mean girl shit. And by mean girl shit, I mean them dog piling on Drew because they got nothing else going on. I don't like that. Everybody needs to have their own storyline and then come back.
It's not entertaining for you to watch it. You just don't like it as a person.
I don't like it as a person.
But is it entertaining to watch?
It's entertaining to watch, but the point is...
No, hold on, wait. It's entertaining to watch, even though you don't philosophically agree with it, which is fine. But when you compare that to what we got last season, which would you rather?
No. It's better than last.
I'm just getting it out.
Yeah, I like this season better than last season. Okay. I just would say that I expected more from Shamia. She started off the season pretty strong, and then she resorted to being Portia's lapdog.
Well, y'all gotta listen. I'm not gonna call Shamia a lapdog because I know how greatly and deeply that offends her. However, if you feel that she's a lapdog, right? Mm-hmm. What would make you think just because she got a peach, she would stop being that if they've been calling her that for years? What would make you think that's going to stop overnight? Now, next season, so for me, this season, I'm going to let that rock.
Because she better figure it out by next season.
But that next season, I'm not going to let it rock. You see what I'm saying? This season, it happens. You live it. You go back. You watch it. You adjust. Now, if she come back next season and she don't adjust, then I'm going to stay it. But that's just, I just think that it's hard, when you have friendships of years and there's a lot of different layers involved in that friendship. I think it's hard.
I think that Shamia lacks self-awareness and got mad at Drew for calling her a lapdog, but you exhibited lapdog behavior. You sat there and barked, right? And thought it was cute.
Well, I would
say you went on Tigger's show and went at Drew and you sounded foolish. And it just was like, and here's the other part.
But Angela called her lapdog by episode 2. I don't think that Angela was qualified.
I didn't call her that then. I didn't call her that.
But why? You get what I'm saying? We're gonna call a spade now. And I'm not team Shamia. I don't give a damn. I'm team whatever. I'm team me. I don't give a damn. But Angela calling Shamia a lapdog episode 2, when all she did was ask a question that we reported on that last year. Everybody was talking about Drew and what's his name?
Dennis.
Drew and Dennis.
No,
right?
Ty. Dennis.
No, Drew and Ty. Everybody was talking about all of it, right? But Shamia episode 1 said, everybody said, "Are you fucking?" She was like, "Are you fucking Dennis?" or whatever she asked Drew. I can't remember verbatim, but you guys, that people are saying they saw you in the club, you were booed up. What's going on? I don't think that was out of bounds for Shamia to ask that question in front of the group. If that's out of bounds, Kelly was out of bounds, so that's not going to be a good example. But I don't think that was out of bounds for her to ask, and for you to deduce that she was a lapdog because she asked a question that everyone was genuinely interested in, to me feels like, if we want to talk about people going in with preconceived notions, or being Brit being preconceived notions, or as everyone has said, Portia came in with a game plan to come for Drew because she couldn't, and use that as a smoke screen to hide up her life because she couldn't talk about it, then we got to also call a spade and ask whether or not Drew and Angela had came into that season saying, this is what we're going to do. We're going to call her a lapdog because we know how to get under their skin and plant the seeds for discourse in their friendship as early as episode 2. Those questions need to be asked as well.
I don't disagree with that, but see, they can say whatever. They can say whatever, but if
I know I see where you're gonna go. Go ahead. You're gonna flip. You're not gonna talk my point. I want you to talk to my point.
They can say whatever they want, right? If your actions is showing certain behaviors that are exhibited, that are lapdog behaviors, then that's what I see. I'm not going along with what Angela and Drew say. If my eyes show me otherwise.
She said in episode 2.
I ain't start saying that until the last.
I'm talking about Angela, your girl.
Okay, I ain't talking about Angela. I'm saying the girls.
So my question was, if she said episode 2, and we didn't see anything up to episode 2 that would lead us to believe that Shamia was being a lapdog, right? Why would she say that episode 2 if there was not a plan to put that out there and put that in motion? Because episode 2, when they're working out, it looks like Angela is coming for Shamia for no reason at this point, right?
She was taken up for her homegirl.
So then what does that make her?
She came on strong. I'm not.
What does that make her? Does that make her a lapdog?
No.
Well, then, yeah, it does not make her a lapdog, just like it didn't make Shamia a lapdog episode 1. So y'all know me. My eye be on everybody, baby. I don't give a damn. And I like you. Angela is my favorite, but if I'm gonna call everybody out. Everybody gets called out with me. Is that true?
Yeah.
Angela deserves to get called out for that, and to me, I feel like that was something pre-planned. I do. That was in motion. She was always going to bust that friendship up, baby. That was always going to happen because she had Drew back, just like she felt Shamia was going to have Portia. Y'all better watch Angela. Angela deep and dangerous, honey. Angela's deep and dangerous, honey.
She's strategic.
So AKA deep and dangerous.
Right. And so what I would say is the part where Shamia showed that she was a lap dog was when she met up with Ralph and invited Portia. That was a lap dog thing. Oh, I don't need nobody claiming they
saw me. I can see why y'all
me.
feel like that later. I can see why. I'm not going to call her that because I know how offensive it is, but I can see how you would feel her behavior panders to Portia later throughout the season. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's when I started calling her a lap dog.
Absolutely. I can see that.
So, yeah. So that's where I'm at with that. And then, you know, I just feel like all the girls, there's that certain group of girls, and that's Shamia, Britt, but now they turn on Britt, but Shamia, Britt, Kelly, Portia.
They not turning on Britt. I don't think they ever liked Britt.
I'm just saying. Well, it was Kelly and what's the name, but now Kelly abandoned ship and joined forces with Shamia.
You think Kelly's abandoned ship already in the story?
Well, we'll see this Sunday because something happens between her and Britt with the makeup, and then they further go down the rabbit hole with Britt. But
you know, Britt has a tendency for looking for issues, so
I don't disagree with that.
I don't disagree either because I said it.
Either way, it's those two girls versus the other group, and they are followers. Everybody, whatever one say, they all agree to go against the other ones. And I don't like that. We have to learn how to be individuals on a reality show, ladies. I don't want to see y'all all jump on Drew. That was another thing. Y'all all decided to take on Drew and not mind your own business.
Well, Drew had issues legitimately with Portia and Shamia. So I think that was
it was just Portia.
No, Drew and Shamia had issues because they was talking about the music and the lyrics and the lap dog and all that stuff. They were going back and forth.
That was later, baby. They didn't have any issues.
So you need to be clear about when you're talking about in the story.
I'm sorry. If we talk about from the beginning, they did not have
Shamia didn't jump on Drew though. She asked the question.
Right. So my thing is they didn't have an issue. Okay. Then all of a sudden she did the lap dog thing and spoke to Ralph and invited Portia. She was like, "Oh, she need to get her lick back." I'm like,
that was after they were calling her lap dogs at the gym.
Drew wasn't. That was Angela.
Drew called her a lap dog in her confessional.
Oh, okay. All right.
She did. Go back and watch episode 2. She called her a lap dog episode 2.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Everybody, Drew has. I think that Kelly has no business in this Drew in Drew anything.
And that's another thing. All of a sudden, everybody had an issue with her.
Yeah, Kelly. So Kelly, but if you're looking at who else has had an issue with Drew, and maybe Britt to a degree, you know, I don't know. I think Britt wanted a bigger issue with Drew, you know, because she felt that Drew was being loyal to Kenya, and at the end of the day, not having her back on a girlfriend level after she had been exposed allegedly, which we now know was not even her.
Listen, the way I look at it is Shamia is Portia's lap dog and Kelly is Shamia's lap dog. I just don't like a group full of followers. Everybody needs to be an individual and contribute something equally. If one got a problem with Drew, everybody on the cast can't have a problem with Drew.
You need to talk to the other girls because I feel like two people have legitimate issues with Drew. Well,
if it's two, then fine, but not everybody.
Well, you're not saying who everybody. Name them.
Kelly didn't have a real issue with Drew. Britt ain't have a real. Remember, Kelly said everybody here has an issue with her.
Yeah, I remember, but I got in the Kelly asked about that.
Britt said all right, so everybody, Britt, but because she asked her about selling the cat. Yeah. Okay, so
I would have an issue with you. I would have an issue with you.
The only two that I could honestly,
I would have an issue with you if you did that to be on camera. I'm sorry.
Okay, the only two would be Portia and Britt. Then everybody else, that shit was
Shamia and Drew have an issue
over what?
They both have been throwing shade and doing dirt shady shit to each other this whole season.
The whole problem Shamia has
Both have been doing.
with Drew is her calling her a lapdog, and she had every right to call her a lapdog. Because you meeting up with my ex and being an op and being
but
weird.
you are conveniently forgetting the first half of the first 2 episodes of the season. She had been saying that since she had already relegated for Shamia to Portia's lapdog, right? So nothing this season at that point when she initially said it warranted her to say that. She's going based off of history that she's already had and not giving her a chance as a peach holder.
Shamia jealous about Drew's singing career. How about that? I don't want to hear that. Like, that's what it really is.
Listen to me. I am going to have an issue with that. What did I do the first day that made you think I was a lapdog? Tell me.
I don't think it was any
I'm saying,
okay.
With that being said, I think that you're missing that was a pivotal point in their relationship. So from there, you know, they did not like that. And then for you to say, I think
it's bullshit.
I'm just gonna say it's a bunch of bullshit for anybody to expect, whether me and my best friend are on good terms or not. If my best friend don't want you filming with her baby daddy and you're doing it, what make you think my best friend, and I kind of stay out of that.
The woman is married. I don't want to hear that.
Let me finish my thoughts. What would make you think that I would be comfortable with you mentioning her child in any kind of a way? Well, my best friend already don't see it for you, and you think I'm not. If I go back and tell my best friend you mentioned her child, now I'm a lapdog, girl, kiss my ass.
Okay.
That's a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation. What Portia said.
Let's call this. I'm gonna call it right now.
Hold on, wait. What would Portia have said if Drew did not take that back to her at all? Excuse me, if Shamia didn't take that back to Portia at all, what Drew said in the studio.
Well, then her mama said, "Watch out when somebody."
What would Portia
look, her mama ain't shit either.
You're not answering my question. You do that a lot. Answer my question. What would Portia have said if Shamia didn't tell her that?
She would have said, "You ain't my friend."
And she wouldn't have been a good friend.
Again, you get the friendship you give me. Portia sat there and let me finish what I'm saying. Portia sat there while Phaedra said, "You know, Shamia be with Candy and Todd," and sat there and said not a motherfucking thing. So Shamia should have sat there and not said a motherfucking thing.
So
that's
Shamia
that.
Had a grudge for 10 years.
I don't care. She holding something. She went and told the ops. She got an issue with Portia and never told a friend that she had an issue with her.
Said that was the issue. She said the girl didn't show up for her wedding. So
them two is weird, but I'm gonna say this.
The friendship is weird. I would have cut it off back in season 9. I would have cut that shit off.
Right.
You're
Here's
not
the other
wrong
part of that.
when you say that. But if we're operating and we're moving forward, we say we're moving forward, right? Regardless of whether anyone else would have cut it off, right? If me and you are friends, and we decide to move past some shit that both of us have done to one another, or you have done to me, or I have done to you, and we move forward and we say that we're friends, then we need to move forward and say that we're friends. So Shamia was operating in that, even though she was still hurt by what she had been through with that lady.
Stop being loyal to people who ain't loyal to you, Shamia.
Now that is a lesson, yes. But for you to call her a lapdog, because a lapdog do a bitch dirty work. A lapdog kissed up to a bitch.
With Ralph.
Hold on, wait, baby. That was that. We talking about the studio right now.
No, I know, I get it. Listen.
No, you don't. No. You're gonna speak to my point just like I speak to yours. We're talking about the studio.
Okay, she told her, but she added a little sauce.
This is that Drew has called Shamia a lapdog when the shoe and the glove did not necessarily fit. I don't think Shamia was a lapdog for telling her friend what that girl said about her child.
Okay.
Go.
So here's the other point. Why is this Shamia's business whether Drew was messing with Dennis or not? I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to tell you why.
Tori B, you being fake.
No. It's not none of her business.
You being fake.
No, I'm not being fake. Why did you open? No.
You operate like that.
I'm not finished. Let me finish my sentence.
You fake.
I'm not being fake. Do not clock the miles on my vagina. And she was dead wrong for that. And that was lapdog behavior. Do not clock them out, especially not Portia, who is supposed to be married to Simon Gubadia. Why do you care what your baby daddy is doing and who he's screwing? Why? Because you got nothing else to talk about. You can't talk about Simon.
What does that have to do with as a friend?
I don't care. I don't need my friend to speak for me. I don't need my friend to speak for me. If I have a problem with Drew, if she messing with my baby daddy, then I will say so. And even in that moment,
guess what? Just like you don't need your friend to speak to you for you, sometimes you ain't got to tell your friend whether to or not. Your friend is their own individual ass person, and if they don't like the way that somebody is moving in regards to you, a friend is going to say something. So stop that, because Tori B, if something was like that to go down, you would not let that go down like that.
I'm not. Let me say this. No. In certain aspects, I am the friend that will pop off on another friend like you ain't gonna treat my friend like that.
You would.
Okay, but when it comes to you messing with my ex, I'm not getting in the middle of that. I'm not. That's not my business. That's your problem. When my friends come to me about relationship problems, if they keep going about the same shit, bitch, are you gonna shit or get off the pot? I'm not getting involved. I don't get involved with nobody's relationship shit.
Well, Shamia, I just want to be clear, so I understand where you're coming from. Shamia was wrong for what?
Clocking, getting involved in the dentist. Drew, are you messing with Dennis? She cleared the way for Portia to come at her crazy because I believe.
I don't think she was wrong for that.
No. I'm not saying that Portia didn't have a right to ask her or say she was wrong. I think she came on too strong. That's what I believe. You a low down, dirty bitch.
So
and I was like, oh no.
So there is Drew wrong, but did you sell it? You know the cat?
No.
So then how Shamia wrong?
So Shamia was wrong because actually she never messed with Dennis. And yet, y'all. And later in the season, we see, all of a sudden now y'all obsessed with her in black.
All she did was ask her a question.
That's none of her business. I'm sorry.
It's none of her business whether or not.
And your friend is out here giving it to Bolo and Tanya, allegedly.
Okay, it's none of her business. Is it Drew's business if Britt sold the cat?
No, but they were having a conversation.
And they were all having a group conversation. So now what else is going on?
Drew was minding her business, and she's like, I'm working with Dennis on music. I didn't agree with her saying it. He's my angel on earth.
Angel, yes.
But for y'all to go and assume she's messing with that man,
nobody assumed that she was. Tori B, I'll go pull up the show from last year when you was assuming. Everybody wanted to know whether or not they were fucking, because what are they doing together?
Okay.
The girl said no.
But I'm not gonna come at somebody.
This is where I disagree, right? Shamia didn't ask anything else about it after she asked her question the first time. If Shamia would have continued throughout the season asking and bringing it up in the group situation and having private sit downs about it and this and that, huh?
Portia did. And alluded to her giving head.
We're talking about Shamia. I said if Shamia had continued to question and ask and probe and do all of those things, then I can say, yes, I agree with you, Tori. She asked her once. I'm
gonna give it to you right now.
Well, wait. She asked her once. She got an answer, and she didn't bring the shit up no more.
So, do we remember that Shamia sent Kelly to find out who Black was, since they wasn't able to ask about it because Britt inserted herself and said too much at the table?
Shamia sent Kelly.
She did.
When? How did she send her? I'm sorry.
All right, they were in the kitchen.
So we don't get no resolve on what I just said. We're gonna move on to something else. We're not gonna wrap that up.
Go ahead.
Because what we're gonna wrap up first before we move on to that is you said that it was not her business I disagree with you. I don't think she made it her business. She made it. She did what they do on these shows and bring it up amongst the group.
Okay.
After Drew answered it, she no longer probed about it. Am I correct?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So then, how was she making it her business?
To me, it's like, here's the thing. Okay, you and Dennis was out, so what are y'all doing? Are y'all dating? Oh, we're working on music together. He's my angel on earth, and should have been left like that. Instead, Portia said what she said. You are low down. So to me, Shamia set the stage for Portia to attack her and call her a low down dirty bitch. I thought that was excessive. And
That's
that was
not.
wrong.
Now we talking about. It's like it be changing. You said that Shamia made it her business. So I said. So
Okay.
I'm asking you how if she only asked the question once.
She laid the ground, the foundation for Portia to go in for the kill.
Portia wasn't going for the kill anyway, baby. You come on.
Okay.
It's the first scene. It's the first group scene.
How about this? Why is Portia so concerned with her baby daddy that she claims she don't want?
No, we can get to that. We can get to that. We can get to that. But why we can't never get to when I got stuck? When I asked you, why we always just move?
But anyway,
But anyway, girl, you know what? Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. I am asking you. We are talking. My point was the things that happened at the beginning of the show when they had already been calling her a lapdog. I did not agree. I think that you have good points, but you're twisting and intentionally you're like maneuvering through what I'm asking you for a reason. And it's because you don't want to admit that I too am right at point.
Prognosis says she answered you. You're not willing to accept her answer. She's a lapdog.
Prognosis finna go on timeout.
She's a lapdog. Either way you slice it.
Let me tell you something. Don't be Tori B lapdog. Because see, you're gonna get in trouble with me. No, she didn't answer the question. She said, but anyway, and then she brought up something from later on in the season, and I'm talking about the first 2 episodes. What would make her a lapdog? And then she said, well, it wasn't her business. And I countered that argument by saying she did not continue to make it her business. She asked the question, she got an answer, and there was that. She stayed out of it for the rest of it, and she didn't say anything else to Drew or about Drew until after Drew got in that studio and said something about the girl child when Drew knew how she felt about filming with the baby daddy. Whether it's right or it's wrong, and she don't have no reasoning. Because if you go back and watch my reviews,
all right, she was showing signs of a lapdog.
Hold on, wait. Thank you. Because if you go back and watch the review, I wasn't team Drew. I wasn't team Portia on that situation. I thought that she was being emotionally manipulative and trying to use and dangle her relationship, dangle the family relationship with PJ in order to get what she wanted out of Dennis, and use that as leverage to make him film with only her so she could control what Dennis says out of his mouth because of what happened the last time they were on camera. So I'm just saying, I get it. And what she said, what Tori B is saying is right and points and has points as well. But when I ask a pointed question, I'd like a pointed answer. Because I wasn't asking questions. The questions, if you listen to what I asked, they were really yes or no questions, but I got dialogue. So to me, I don't feel like you're answering my question. And so that's what I'm asking. So
all right, she exhibited lapdog behavior from episode 1.
But I'm asking yes or no questions, and I keep getting all this. It's very Drew coded. It's very Portia coded. What I'm getting back.
What we got. The whole point of us going down this rabbit hole was that people are tuning out because of the antics of these women showing to be lapdogs. And I do believe this is too much. Why do y'all care what this girl is doing?
Give me a yes or no.
Yes, lap dog. She was acting like a lap dog from day one. How about that? Episode 1. That's what you want to hear?
Yes.
Either way, she became a lap dog at the end.
Okay, we're talking about if y'all say you said that Portia had a plan to come in and talk about everybody but Simon, right? Which is why she messed with Drew. I can agree to that, right? We also talked about Britt. We've said that Britt was coming for Kenya. Okay. So if I say Angela was coming for Drew, then it's like all of this. And that's because you like Angela and you will never admit when she's wrong. Okay, go ahead.
You're damn right, because Taurus is
thank you. So you biased and you don't tell the truth. Thank you.
I'm going to stick up for Angela. Angela could do no wrong because she saved the season. And nobody be tuning in if it wasn't for Angela.
Keep it real.
I'm sticking with my Taurus sis.
Keep it real.
And let's be real. Tamia is a Taurus and Drew is a Taurus. And I'm telling you, I'm taking Angela's
side. About that shit.
I'm just saying, Angela's my fave.
And
when it comes, and let's be clear, when it comes to Karen, she could do no motherfucking wrong in your eyes either. So everybody has a favorite.
I called her Karen. No, this is the difference between me and you. You won't admit when a motherfucker wrong. When Karen was wrong, I didn't want to admit it.
You waited.
Excuse me. I didn't want to admit it. I admitted it, and I said I fuck with Karen anyway, and I don't give a damn. I ain't gonna stop.
And then you were salty.
That's how I do it.
And grumpy about it.
Huh?
You were salty and grumpy about it.
Yes, because I hated that.
Yes,
you're right. I love Karen. I did not want Karen to be wrong, but Karen was dead ass wrong, and I still stand by the grand dame. And ain't nobody gonna be able to change.
Why did you write her any letters?
What is that? So nasty. That's nasty.
I'm asking a question.
Why is that nasty? What does me writing her letters got to do with anything?
I'm asking. Did you?
Why are you asking that?
You love her so much, right? Her
you nasty.
Why he mad?
Because you're nasty.
Oh my God, Miss Finesse said the grand drunk.
Miss Finesse, you can get up on out of here with prognosis. Hey, prognosis. Y'all got me. Y'all got my dogs barking at TV.
That's right. Taurus gang.
Yeah, but flipping.
Watch the Washingtons. Me and Sean have the same birthday. So nasty and so rude, Miss Finesse.
She is being so. Because what that got to do with anything? You trying to hit me where it hurt. Because you know I'm sad about Karen.
No, I'm saying if that is mother.
I even thought about it, going, let Karen out. She done been in there way too long. Let her out. Let her out. I can't do it. Y'all gonna let Karen up out of there.
Again,
y'all gonna let Karen up out of there. Let her out. She's sorry. She ain't gonna do it no more. She ain't gonna do it.
She did the crime. She got to do the time.
You're just so nasty.
I'm not being that. I'm being nasty. Let's be real. Karen's a Taurus, just like me. I think she's actually real. On the same day.
Really, you don't go together, Tori B. You're not real.
Why are you getting mad? Because
now you know I'm not mad. Hold on, wait. Now you know I'm not mad. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't let people think that I'm mad. I am not mad. I'm just telling you, you don't keep it real. You just admit it. That you would never say. You just admit that you have it, and you will never say Angela was wrong. That's not real.
If Angela do something,
at least I don't.
All right, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. Here's the other part of that. I'm gonna root for the underdog. Her and Drew together as a duo are the underdogs, and I want them to drag them. I want them to drag them. I hope that duo drags them heifers to hell. They make me sick.
But hold on, wait. No Taste of TV is the underdog. I know what that is. Okay? I root for the underdog.
Portia is a married woman. Why do you care what your baby daddy is doing? Mind your business.
Listen.
You was Mrs. Guvadia, right?
Like I said, I don't think
you almost knocked his mama down them steps off the cliff.
In an ideal, immature world, but see, this is where the real conversation comes in, because it's easier said than done. Now, in a perfect world, yes, you wouldn't give a hoot and hot and nanny what people do. But I even got up on here on the stage and I asked people who have exes, who have children with people that they're no longer with, is it just easy to cut off? And everybody said if we were having a vulnerable, real moment, no, once mine, always mine. But we also were under the operation that it is. We know that that's fundamentally wrong and fundamentally.
Dennis was her backup.
What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? What's the word I'm looking for?
Standby.
No, that's. But sometimes you got old faithful too, you know. But
I've been there.
But no, there's a word that I'm looking for. Dysfunctional. Yes, it's dysfunctional. Yes, it's delusional. Right? Delulu. Yes, it is. But guess what? I can say whatever I want to say about my baby daddy, but you better not bring your ass nowhere near. That's
delusional.
That is delusional, but it's human fucking nature too. I don't give a damn, Tori B.
Your name is Portia Gubadia. Worry about Simon.
Oh my God, Tori, we all aspire to be as mature and as rational as you, because certainly you have.
Because when I'm done with him, I'm done forever.
Yeah,
you can have him back. The streets, I release you to the streets.
Yeah, you be cheating on them. That's why. Now, listen. In a perfect world, though, let's see, I'm having a vulnerable, real moment. In a perfect world, yes. 9 times out of 10, yes. You throwing back and it is what it is. But there's always going to be that one person, regardless of who it is or not, that you feel like that about, and you know that you're looking crazy, and you know that you're delusional, and you know that it's wrong, and you know that is not yours to be putting no claim on it and dictating what they do, whether they Peter Wacker or not. But he better not ever pull that Peter Wacker out and get it twisted. I'm sorry. There are situations like that, and I'm not saying that they're right, but that shit is real life. It is. It is. It is. It is. It is. It is. And you can furthermore go to the extent to say that if we were friends and you asked me, could you do something with someone, and I say no, then where does that leave the friendship if you continue to do it anyway?
I had one of those guys. I was on and off with my high school ex for 15 years. I know. But he could go to hell.
and I don't want nobody to think like I'm not Team Portia on that at all. But that is a real life scenario. I've had that happen where my first love, my first boyfriend, and I found out that he was dating with somebody who was a friend of mine, who I had that in my home. We hung out and all that stuff. And then they started dating, and I was not here for that. And I just was not here for that. And baby, I almost kicked that boy ass by my man, even though that wasn't my man. But I mean, that's my first boyfriend, you know what I mean? But I can't sit and act like I've never not felt that way before. I have felt that way before. I understand it, but that don't mean it's right. That's all I be trying to say. She not right. Because when I ask you why, I'm hoping you give me a good reason. But am I being a bad friend to you because you say no and I decide to do something anyway? That's a real life consequence. Do I risk losing the friendship over my career? Like, I don't know. Like, that's a real conversation that I don't really feel like a lot of platforms have had. You know what I mean?
Y'all give Portia too much goddamn credit.
We're just talking about. This ain't about giving Portia nothing, baby. See, that's you take.
I'm joking. It's a joke.
No, it's not. You dead that serious. Exactly. We are just talking about. We are just talking about in real life. In real life.
I just said I've been there, baby. I said
what I'm saying is no.
But at this age, I'm getting rid of motherfuckers.
I don't see a lot of people having that conversation about that whole situation. Like, I normally tend to honor my friend and think, hey, all right, I'll get it some other way. You know what I mean? Maybe this is not the way that it was meant to be for me. However, the reason why I can't really give a definitive stamp on it is because if you want to go there, I love them both, but they both have their relation. Let me not say that because that'd be a lie. Both Drew and Portia have had interesting relationships with the truth. And then you got another person in the mix who has an interesting relationship with the truth being Dennis. I don't know which one of them to believe, so I can't really, because they said they reached out to her and spoke to her, and then they said they reached out and didn't speak to her, and then, you know, she spoke to her and she knew, and then she didn't know, and all these things that have been said about the music and the situation that I don't know who to believe, so I can't really give what I feel like about it on it, you know? I don't really personally trust any of them that far to say I believe this person's version of the events are correct. And so I want to go with that in mind and move forward with that. And based off of this person's version of the events, I feel like you are wrong and you are wrong and you are right.
Okay, let me say this, because what y'all skating, letting people skate with is them lying on Drew's vagina. And I don't like that.
What?
Yeah. Portia alluded that she had sex and might have.
But nobody believed that. Who's letting people skate?
But it's not. I don't feel like it's talked enough, because now.
But see how I'm talking about something and then you come in and do what?
We done.
Not speak to my point.
Old relationship.
You would not speak to my point, and then you change the subject.
Because I feel like that's not talked about enough.
Well, I'm talking about a point that I feel like is not talked about enough, and then what do? Not talk about it.
I admit it. I relate.
Admit what?
That I've doubled back with an ex.
I'm just saying I don't know who to believe, because I don't know who to believe, because all of them be lying. So I don't know who to believe. Now I don't believe that girl slept with him. I don't believe that. But I don't know who to believe. And so what do you think about that? You try what? What did you try?
I'm responding to somebody.
Yeah, what did you try?
Prognosis said, "Why can't y'all pivot?" She said respectfully. I said, "I tried." Anyway, all right, he pivoted.
At the end of the day, fuck all of them. How about that? Y'all happy?
No, I do. I think it's wrong.
Pivot.
I think it's wrong.
Pivot.
Stop.
Pivot.
Because remember that Portia and the Bolo situation and Tanya, she couldn't wait to remember. She disappeared off the show after that because she didn't want to answer what happened between her, Tanya, and Bolo. But you on a new season forcing the issue of whether or not Drew is sleeping with Dennis, and then all of a sudden now y'all, oh, we got this little bit of tea, and now she with Black. I was like, but y'all never apologized for us trying to say that this girl slept with Dennis when she clearly said there's nothing going on with me and Dennis but work. And I didn't like that. Don't go up. As women, you got to do better. I don't clock nobody's mileage on their stuff, on their box. And Portia is the last woman that should be doing that.
Facts.
The last one.
As a woman, facts. As women, if a woman told you they were uncomfortable with you filming with their baby daddy, would you continue to do it as a woman? I'm just asking, as a woman, would you do it?
If it's business, yes.
Right. Okay. As a woman.
Yep.
You wouldn't go and seek business.
Money is money. Business is business.
As a woman, you wouldn't seek business elsewhere.
It's different for Jira.
No.
It is different for Jira.
It's not because she too is a what?
It's not that she's not a woman. It's that.
Your point. See how that worked out? Boom. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Yup. Tanya sure as hell got the hell on too. She said what she said.
I don't give a fuck. Who? Y'all know I don't care.
Oh, we have. Go ahead.
We have what?
RHO, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Man, comes in there now. We're going to go. So.
Yeah, because Miami about to come
on.
He came on here just to tussle with him.
No, I really didn't. We were doing so good until you were purposely avoiding my questions. We were doing real good.
All right, Bookie Doo.
No, all right, Dookie Boo.
You and these retorts.
You and these Tori's.
You mean Porit?
Oh, speaking of Dory, no, we're not speaking of her tonight. What the people saying? Yeah. Oh no, we're good. Y'all know we do this. This is what we do. But I wanted her to. I wanted you to speak to what, like, I speak to what you say. I wanted you to speak to what I'm saying. But the reason why you was finagling out of it is because you know you would have had to admit. So we get it. We saw it. We good. Um.
Angela's my girl.
Yeah, you're not gonna admit that she's wrong, and you're gonna figure out a way to not admit it. That's respectable, I guess. I don't know if I can respect that, but don't
It's
call me
called
out.
loyalty, baby. And
Don't call me out about my loyalty to Karen. You do the same.
I sure did.
But we don't do the same because I called Karen out when she was wrong.
Not until she caught.
You're
Not
not-
until it was
Did I
exposed
call
that she
Karen out?
could
Did
have
I-
had 4 possible DUIs.
Did I call Karen out though? Is the end all be all? Yes or no?
You did call her out when we had to whack you.
Thank you. Thank
They
you.
was whacking you doing it.
Listen, it is a yes or no, and here you go. Just a yes or no question.
They was whacking him
What's
on
a
it.
yes or a no? It's a yes,
You-
right?
You eventually.
Was it? Oh my God! A yes or a no?
I plead the 5th.
Exactly, because she don't like y'all. Y'all better get out of here. Probably be full of shit, bitch. Y'all. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Woo, we got a lot of people watching us up here cut up about these people who don't give a damn about us. Okay. Thank you, Durga. The people see. Yeah. With that being said, Tori B, I want to thank you for coming on in here and getting things cracked up at the beginning. I want to thank everybody for watching. Miami comes on tonight. We will have Mojito Mommies with me and Jamie. I'm so excited. The Mojito Mommies podcast. I was mad as hell. Yes,
Yeah. Exactly.
But I still admitted it, and that's just the difference between a bad bitch like me and Tori B. So yes,
That's supposed to be a read.
no, it really wasn't. It's just I'm a bad bitch. That's the
Okay,
difference.
bitch.
That's the difference. Now, see, I wasn't reading. I was talking about me.
Okay.
I'm a bitch who can admit when that girl is wrong.
Okay.
All right. With that being said, matter of fact, we got what time is it? Okay. We got just a little bit of time. Miami is coming on. I can't wait for me and Jamie too. We're gonna cut up. There is the link. You copy and paste that link, and you'll be able to come on over here, give us a call, and tell us what you think about any of the teas. While we're doing that, I just want to go ahead and send my condolences. One of the people who was a role model for me and an idol for me growing up, who let me know what was possible, was Ananda Lewis from her time on Teen Summit, transitioning into MTV as the VJ and, TRL and all of the things that she's done. She's hosted one of my favorite specials ever, which was the Destiny's Child Survivor album special. And just, I love Ananda Lewis. Her talk show, Ananda, passed away. And I just want to send my condolences to her and thank her for everything that she gave us throughout the years. And my my prayers and thoughts go out to her and her family, as well as all of her fans. Ananda has been missed, and she truly will be missed. There's that on Ananda.
Rest in peace. Sierra contest. I'm late. Did y'all drag the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills ladies?
But what? What they do?
I don't know. Did we miss something?
They almost got me back with Rachel Zoe, almost, until I saw nobody else was getting fired, and I just I can't take another season of Dorit and Erica Jane and Kyle and Bose.
And Bose. Because
And at this point, Sutton too.
she ain't a sister as far as I'm concerned. Now all
I
skin
don't know.
folk is kinfolk.
Did something happen with Beverly Hills before we go?
Oh, we've been dragged them for that.
Yeah,
If ourselves stuff. We've
We
been
gotta
did
go-
that.
All right. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Enjoy Miami. We'll see you for Mojito Mommies. Thank you, Tori B. Thank you to everybody in the group chat. It was so many of you I can't even name. But a lot of bad takes are here tonight that I can play. I want to thank you. You have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Peace. Yeah. Ooh. I'm joking. I'm joking.